Trans Am.
What did you just say?
Trans Am.
Trans Am?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mullety thing, Trans Am, I guess.
I am from where the term mullet was coined. So.
Are you? That was in Georgia?
Florida.
Okay.
There you go. He's taking off, son. He's taking off.
I got this shit.
See you guys?
Less time fucking on stage.
Yes. See you guys?
Time on stage, more time in the interview.
I think you should be a stand-up comedian. That's like your second job in the future. So more importantly, you guys are playing... Yet. You guys are playing the 15th anniversary show for Inferno Festival. Is this your first time playing Inferno, and what's it like for you guys?
It's amazing. It was awesome. I wish I could have had more band members on stage with me at the time, but hey, you know, you wish in one hand, you piss in the other, and see what gets filled up more.
No, I think it was really good. You know, it wasn't our first time in Norway, but our first time doing Inferno, and it was really fucking cool.
What's it like for a band like Goatwhore to play Inferno Festival?
I think it's great. No complaints with just the way everything was put together, and great staff, great crew, great sound, and that's about all I need to have a good time. So,
what's it like leaving Trans Am land and coming to Norway to play Inferno?
It's not my first time here, but it's always a pleasure to be in Norway. This has been amazing. Last time we were here was great. This time was fantastic. Really good bands on this festival this time. This is amazing. So, fantastic.
Yeah, actually, Enslaved is playing tonight. That's going to be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff.
So,
everybody here is just it's just fucking awesome. The way everything's run, everything in general is just it's smooth. When you everything might get chaotic, but everything just falls into place so quick and so easily.
well, you guys have played a lot of shows in the States and in Europe. What would you say the differences are, the way things are run back in the States versus here? It's very disorganized. That's my personal opinion. They have their heads up their asses, but that's just me.
Yeah, you know, some of the things in the States are a little confused. States are confusing sometimes, you know. I mean, it's just a given, you know. It's just like, I mean, these things have been going on for so long, fests in Europe in general, and even Inferno, I mean, like you said, 15th anniversary, you know, they just have a plan set, and they know how to fucking run it and keep it going every single time, and it works in that method. So it's like, in the States, it seems like it's always, when something finally gets to a point of being able to work, it falls apart, and it doesn't kind of stay together. So, I mean, I have to give props to a good friend of ours, Scott Lee, from Worcester, Massachusetts, man. He's really kept a lot of good things together for that, and also, you know, the New England Hardcore Metal Fest and everything. He's done a really good job throughout the years of everything. You know, he was kind of dead set when he started that to make something different in the U.S. as far as other past fests that went on and things like that. So, but overall, you know, a lot of things out here are really, they're on that level, that tier, that it's always been set and it's always been ingrained on how everything runs. So.
And let's talk about Constricting Rage of the Merciless.
Pronounce it, dog.
No, I can't pronounce it, okay? Constricting Rage of the Merciless, your latest album. Tell me about that. What went into the creative process? What was it like working with Eric Rutan again?
Eric Rutan is amazing to work with, but let's start from before that.
Yes.
The writing process, all right? I can't speak for the rest of these dudes, and I need to get this off my chest. I was going through a very, very, very bad time. I lost both my parents during the writing process of that album. And that's why that album is so different from the rest of the Goatwhore catalog, because it's more emotional, I guess you can say, and more merciless in a way, or merciful, depending on how you think of it. And it's just very... It should probably inspire a lot of people to kill themselves.
No, not necessarily. I think if that, you know, it was definitely an outlet for Sammy, you know, because of the situations he was going through at the time. You know, I mean, he wouldn't talk to all of us a lot about it. You know, you go through those stages, and it's just like sometimes you don't want to talk about it or bring it up, or no matter what, even if people come to you. Like, I even talked to him a couple of times, and he just didn't want to discuss it. It's a phase you have to go through, but, you know, being a musician, I think you definitely, utilize that emotion and you sink it in there, and then it becomes the creative aspect of it. So it's like an outlet to let everything loose and everything. And then as things come, I mean, it's the first time he's really kind of talked about it. So I really think that's good that he's kind of brought it up and is kind of in that transition, because during the time period when we were one, he wouldn't talk about it. And it's understandable. You don't want to push people towards that point. You just kind of let them do what they have to do, and everything will kind of unfold at that point.
I feel really horrible bringing it up.
It's not a bad thing. It's just,
it is what it is,
Yeah.
That's what happens. I mean, it's part of life, You lose people that you love. You lose people that you're honestly connected to, that brought you into this earth, and they're torn away from you, And, it just kind of, it's a part of life, and it's very hard to deal with sometimes, but, you deal with it in certain ways. It's good to have friends like this around me.
Of course. Bravo.
Yay! Woo! What was it like working with Eric again?
Great.
Yes.
It's my fourth record and all of our fourth record with him, and he pushes us to get the best performances out of us, and he's, after being with him 4 times, it's like being with a girl 4 times, or, it's like each person knows what they want out of the whole situation, and you're better at getting that each time. So I think we finally, each time gets better. Keep working at it, and it's going to get better, as with anything else, I guess.
Now, Trans Am Man, how did you get the job with Goatwhore? Well, how did they recruit you? Did you get kidnapped or something at the gas station? Or
I forced them at gunpoint. Bands that I've been in previously had played multiple shows with Goatwhore. And Sammy and I and James, the person who's the old bass player, him and I were very good friends. So it just when James ended up, him and his lady had a baby, and he's not able to do the stuff at the moment. So I'm here doing it now. So I'm very happy to have this opportunity. It makes me I'm proud and honored to be a part of this. That's about all I can say about it.
I think they're very happy to have you. Now, were there other tracks that you got? Yeah, me too. Were there other tracks that you guys did on the album that you liked a lot but didn't make it on there?
No, we use everything.
If we don't use it, we don't get rid of it, though, either. Like when we do songs, it's like some songs could be created, there at the moment and everything's right, but there'll be songs that we do create and we'll get to the end result with it, and it doesn't necessarily feel right. So we'll kind of tear it apart and use pieces for other songs. And, we even have songs that'll have riffs back from, the first record. We don't we recycle. So we keep riffs all the way back from the first record that we never did use, because you never know when a riff will fall into place within a song and just make it that full kind of thing. So we keep everything. We just keep it there, even if we never use it, for longest periods of times, because, things kind of work out at a certain point. So everything kind of cycles through, and there's variations between every song. Some songs, when it's put together, it's all pretty much recent riffs or whatever, and then some songs are all pieces throughout the years. So we don't get rid of anything, because everything's important in its own aspect.
And for some people who have not listened to Goatwhore before and they wanted to know what your music sounds like or influences, what would you say?
Heavy metal.
Celtic Frost.
Oh, Celtic Frost's awesome. You? Influences?
Motorhead, Celtic Frost, Venom, that's where it stems from, but, it's like the basis for it, and then it's just built upon, and it's just a natural amalgamation. There's a word for it.
That's a new word, amalgamation.
Yeah, it's just a big fucking...
Yeah, but he's so proper. He's the most proper metalhead. But the only person I've met whiter than you is Terrence from Suffocation. He's the whitest black dude ever. He knows it though. Did you ever? No, it's like Urkel.
That's a big compliment. Thank you for that.
It's not bad because, we said earlier, all metalheads are nerds to a degree. Speaking of which, do you guys have day jobs besides fixing cars or whatever?
Do you fix cars, TA?
He does-
Do you know how to fix a Trans Am if the transmission went out in it?
So do you have a day job, or do you just play music?
I'm a bartender. I'm a bartender in Austin, Texas when I go home.
He knows how to fix up a tranny, though.
Speaking of which, we are getting ready to bring Decadence Fest to Inferno Fest.
This is very lecherous. Okay. And you, what about you? Do you have a day job besides Goatwhore?
I do have a day job.
What is it? Please don't tell me it's looking after kids.
No, it's not. It's not. I work at a frame shop, like pictures, mirrors, stuff like that. We do work for hotels and casinos and stuff. So, yeah, I do that. Well, it's kind of like on a limbo right now because I'm on the road, but we'll see when I get back home. So.
More fun with this anyway. And you?
I worship the devil for a living.
I accept that. You? A college professor?
No. Basically, when I'm at home off of this, I try to not spend my money and try to counteract all the bad shit I do to myself on the road and just try to live healthy, play drums, and that's about it.
That's pretty good. And what kind of message do you have for your fans today?
Kill yourself. End it. End it as soon as possible. Your life will be heartbroken. You will live a life of heartbreak. It doesn't matter anymore. Just die.
What did you drink? Is that
Vodka. Beer. I'm really scared.
No, there was something else included in that.
Just end it quick. Just end it quick.
Oh,
Just end it quick.
Yeah.
End it quick.
He's playing 13 plays in Mayhem now, My dad came to the show in Hollywood, and Miss Jasmine was there, and my dad was at the show. And we were all drinking this Chinese rice liquor he used to bring back called Yusan. And it goes, the first shot is fucking horrible, but it goes down so good after that. And it was just mayhem after that.
We were shit-faced.
Yeah.
What kind of message do you have for your lovely fans?
Just keep the faith, man. Like Judas Priest always says, full on heavy metal.
What he said.
He summed it up. He summed it up.
So if you guys want to do horrible things to the president or whatever. In any case, if people want to buy your stuff, where would they go? What website?
Like torrents and stuff like that.
Well, we want your website, Ben. You're such a wise.
Well, okay, so you go to the Metal Blade website because we're on Metal Blade Records and all of our releases are there.
Brian, we love you.
And then, we have a website, goatwhore.net, and it's just, from there it's got links to go to everywhere, like iTunes and Metal Blade Records and wherever it might be, But I know people, money's slim, and if you want to check it out somewhere, there's resources to check it out, to kind of get familiarized with it. And then when you really like it, then you go somewhere like Metal Blade or iTunes and you purchase it and you help it out.
To a show, though.
No, actually,
You
you
want to come to the
guys.
show and buy all the merch.
Actually, before we do go, you guys said something about a specific endorsement that you'd like. So can you please discuss that? Without pulling your pants down, because that's really not what people want to be seeing.
Well, Under Armour, for me as a drummer, is very essential because it doesn't absorb a lot of moisture. So you can wear the same pair of underwear for about 2 weeks, and they're not going to stink too bad, and they're going to dry easy. And
I don't think people realize Under Armour is viable as far as the smell goes from sweating on stage and stuff like that. That it, I have to admit that it really does work. I used to be skeptic about it, and then I purchased a few and wore them, and I was like, yeah, this shit really works, man.
Also, for a single man, it's very beneficial.
Who's the smelliest guy in your bus? Now I'm curious.
Us.
Okay, fan.
Possibly me.
Okay.
It all depends. It's variable.
Great. Yes.
It depends. Feet, underarms.
Okay.
There's different areas. There's different areas.
Back to endorsements. I want a Waffle House endorsement.
Okay. So
You
don't.
get a gift card for 2 months at Waffle House.
Okay.
North Florida.
I was gonna say what Tallahassee.
L.A., Lower Alabama.
So don't forget to pick up Constricting Rage of the Merciless on Metal Blade Records. Thank you guys so much for coming here today.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. It was fun. You guys are so adorable.